What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Patriot Hate and NBA Trades. So what I'm going to basically talk about is why people hate the Patriots. I ain't a fan of them either. After this whole week thing and then the coaching thing. And then I'm going to talk about more so the Cleveland Cavaliers. Because I don't dislike LeBron, but I will say I'm going to get into that when I talk about him next, after the Patriots. So this is just a sports rant. Here's the thing. I don't like the Patriot. I don't like the Patriot way. I don't like none of that. Not so much of hate of Tom Brady, because I actually got love for Tom Brady. I think low draft pick, worked his way from the ground up, got overlooked in the draft, worked his way up to the starter, to an all-star, to a great, to an all-time great. But here's my issue. The Patriots dynasty started with cheating to win a Super Bowl. The Patriots have been known cheats for over a decade. So even though they win on a regular basis, and even though they have a winning culture, it's rooted in the fact that they're cheaters. And the fact that you can't necessarily line up and beat people is going to always be held over your head. Like they cheated to win a Super Bowl. Okay? And when you get away with something like that, everything else is par for the course. From, the things that Coach Belichick, who I think is a great coach, to some of the moves he makes and how he uses people and discards people. Just he's cold blooded. I say that he's very cold blooded. But it'd have been different. People would have looked at it differently if it wasn't for the cheating. So that's why people hate the Patriots. Deflate gate. The Tuck rule. And it feels like the Patriots organization always getting preferential treatment. The Tuck rule, preferential treatment. We didn't know it then. Spygate. How you gonna, I don't understand how they still would. That says something more about the NFL as an organization, that they kept that Super Bowl after they got caught cheating. That's what it said to me. Like, I can't take the NFL seriously from that. I couldn't take it seriously as a fan from that point, because, colleges get their championships taken away if they get caught cheating. Heisman candidates get the trophy taken back if they get caught. Other players get awards rescinded if they got caught in doing something terrible. You got to think about it. Darren Sharper is probably not going to the Hall of Fame in football because of his criminal activity, right? But when it comes to the Patriots, their cheating doesn't matter. That's bull. When they got caught cheating against the Jets, he basically cheated on his own old ex-employee and assistant. One of the guys who looked up to him and was a mentor to. Oh, I'm gonna cheat. Don't cheat on me, coach. Coach, don't do me like you did your other folks. Don't do me like you do them other people. Just don't do that to me. Nah, I'm doing that, B. You ain't nobody. So I can't respect the Patriot way. That's where the hate comes from. The thing with Josh McDaniels getting fired in Denver for doing the very same thing he was doing in New England, and that's the contrast of the stories. When Eric Mangini goes to the Jets, he tells Bill Belichick, "Don't cheat when you playing me. Don't do this type of cheating when you playing me," and he discards that, right? And as another employee does exactly what he was taught to do in New England and gets fired, That says y'all got issues. The deflate gate thing, cheating. The way you guys treat your players, ridiculous. Like the benching of Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. This is why people hate the Patriots. Like, really? That is so petty. Sometimes Bill Belichick can be uber petty. I remember when he got rid of the guy, because it's different when he got rid of the guy who was dropping the passes against the Colts. I think it was Caldwell or something. I remember him getting rid of him, and the guy before the Super Bowl that he cut, that was cold blooded. Even for Steelers fans, this is probably great irony that James Harrison got all the way to the Super Bowl with the Patriots, and they benched probably their second best defender on the team and gave up 41 points. And you almost got there, but you didn't, buddy. That type of thing. So here's what it is. But he got that. He got his opportunity to compete. So I mean, people hate the Patriots for a real legitimate reason. They're habitual line steppers. They don't play the players who deserve to be paid. They get rid of people. I mean, I remember getting rid of Richard Seymour. They got rid of Big Vince. My dislike for him started actually when I got rid of Curtis Martin. He was my favorite player. They got rid of Randy. When they got rid of the linebacker, and then he came back. Chandler Jones, I can't really say that because Chandler Jones was getting in a lot of trouble. I remember Adalius Thomas, but he came from the Ravens, so I don't know about that one. The Chad thing, like Chad should have stayed in the Bengals. Like he should have just stayed at the Bengals. But the organization is just, and I didn't even bring Aaron Hernandez into it. Because in a sense, they like the Raiders. The Patriots, that's one thing you can't say. They like the Raiders. They're going to give you a chance, but you're going to do it their way. But I don't understand how that team can have morals when they break so many rules. The Patriots way is some upright moral thing to do, but it's the same organization that's known for breaking all the rules. That makes no sense. But moving forward, LeBron. LeBron is going to go down as one of the greatest NBA players of all time. I'm about to go, but he got a lot of help, dog. I mean, geez. How much help can one person demand every year? Every year? Like, every year? And I can't get mad in one degree because we say great players need help. You can't have a great player and you just think they're going to bring it home for you all the time. So on that end, I get it. But it seems like, and I don't even watch basketball anymore because of this. It seems like LeBron goes out of his way to make moves and get extra help. I mean, this last, like the fact that he only won 3 championships doesn't really bother me to the extent that what bothers me is all of the people that he had over the years. All of the trades that Cleveland made over the years to help LeBron win. People from Mo Williams, Ray Allen. Ray Allen was in Miami, though. With him defecting from Boston, Remember Shaq, Virgil, Boobie, all of them was there, But they traded back then, too. But more so from the Miami days up to now. Because the first part, before he left Miami, I can't really say much. Because I think they broke that organization up by what's your boy, Delonte West? I put that on him and the teammates and the owner because they probably knew it was going down. I mean, that was on them right there. What was the cat that used to shoot the threes? Dante or something like that? Cool. It seemed like a cool dude. But in Miami, him, Bosh, Wade, then they got Ray Allen. People forget, I think it was originally supposed to be Carmelo instead of Bosh. So that's one whole thing. Then he left, went back, Kyrie, cool. You know, Tristan came along and all that good stuff. And now, you know, it had IT and Crowder and the cats on the bench, D Wade and D Rose. And he keeps stacking these teams, and it's like, dog. And now everybody they got rid of and who they got. Jeez. I mean, you can't say the organization that doesn't want to win, but at a certain point, you got to learn to play with the people you got, man. Jeez, man. You can't just keep getting all these trades and probably not going to be there next year. I mean, but I'm not one of those people that thinks she needs to be loyal to Cleveland or a team, because to be truthful, these organizations ain't loyal to nobody but themselves. So if the organization mad that he won't sign a deal, that's y'all problem. Y'all should have thought about that when all the players, all of you sports organizations screwed over in the years and not paying and using up, and when they got hurt, you ain't know them no more type of thing. Y'all, that's on y'all. But I will say this. What's the use of all these trades if you don't win a championship? I mean, is this going to help you win a championship? Only time will tell. I'm one of those firm believers that, you know, in a team sport, the better team wins. If you play well together and you got chemistry and you play defense, that can beat superstars. Because playing a team game, you don't have to have all superstars. You have to have people who play their position to its fullest. And, you know, a lot of times people forget that. That's what superstars are for, to highlight, to cover up the deficiencies of certain teams' scheme and system with somebody who's just good enough to excel in spite of. But to me, it's too many doggone. This is too much, bro. Too much. Joe Johnson and Clarkson and freaking Nance Jr. and Hood and Hill. Like, look how many people that is. You just turned over basically the whole team. Oh, man. I can't rock with it. I mean, he's better than Jared West in the finals, dog. Gotta say that. We out.